Thank you very much, Simon. Great to hear from Milan de Ruyt there, our very diminutively sized race winner in the mini rookie class. But here is your Heat 1 starting grid for KA100, 145 and 155. It's Mick Blancaspor, the 145 championship leader, that will lead the field away from pole position. He'll have its Posthumus alongside on the front row. Morisistas in the 155 division will line up on the inside of row number 2 and is currently the 155 championship leader. Leopold Ferman in 4th, Artur Matagne and Enzo Vituli round out row 3. Felix de Decker and Toine Koerman round out row 4 with Paul Hersin and Timio Riflar completing your top 10. Thibaut Wolfert and Emile Dwerings round out row 6. Kiana Joly-Optov and Tommy Sommers round out row 7. Row 8, it's Sana Ben Nasser and Yannick Schmidt with Rafael Pahash, Mika Kolokovic and Paul Hornung rounding out your 19-strong grid. It's going to be a 10-minute plus an additional lap qualifying heat. It will be 10 minutes plus an additional lap for their second heat, along with X30 Masters Senior Cup and Gentlemen, who will be out next. So, and we've had a drama already. That is Paul Hornung, the Luxembourger on the Birrell Arts, has gone off. And that is at Chemin de Fer. Sana Ben Nasser has also struck drama. So I don't know if the 707 from Belgium has managed to get out of the dummy grid in time, or whether there's been a technical issue that has stopped the 707 in the 145 division. Sana, one of 2 ladies in this class, along with Kiana Joly-Optov. So we will see whether Sana will be released from the dummy grid. Might not be the case, but that is a real shame for Paul Hornung for Luxembourg in the 798 Birrell Arts. But Mick Blancaspor and its Posthumus lead the way going through into the final couple of right-hand corners. So once again, when there is a driver unable to make the starting grid, whether Ben Nasser has got an issue with the transponder may be the big question here. But KA100, it's good to have this class of field back. They are running with the respective engines for this category. The Redjet KA100 tag engine, as they now come up the hill ahead of 10 minutes. Plus an additional lap of racing for KA100, 145 and 155. Blancaspor and Istas, the current championship leaders in the 145 and the 155 class. Into the tram lines we go. Revs rise. Do the lights go out first time? Yes, clean start. And Blancaspor straight away gets the whole shot as Istas looks up the inside. There's a little bit of a scramble for position as they were 2-3 wide coming out of turn 1. And oh dear, someone's gone straight off. And that is the 7. I was trying to make that out. I think that might have been the 703 of Yannick Schmidt, possibly, in the 155 class.
Oh, attention, il y a un pilote là qui a été sorti au virage du raccordement. Sortie de piste pour un autre concurrent dans cette manche qualificative. Ah, ce départ qui est décidément mouvementé. Le pilote est-il reparti? Il repart seulement maintenant. De qui est-ce qu'il s'agit? Eh bien, on
Enzo Vituli in the 799, running on the Pantano chassis, has not come through sector number 2. Yannick Schmidt, she's actually, we've got 3 lady drivers, 2 in 145, 1 in 155. So great to have them make up part of the field and also show how competitive they can be. Yeah, Enzo Vituli is off and out, I'm afraid. And Vituli is not going to be a happy camper. Currently 5th in the standings as we see a dive to the inside. That was Toine Koerman on Felix de Decker, who responds in kind, back up the inside through at turn 4. They were very, very close to one of them going off the circuit. But Mick Blancaspor on the comp kart chassis as once again Toine Koerman to the inside. De Decker with the response. And De Decker nearly opens the door for Leopold Ferman in the 733 running on the OTK.
Quelle bagarre avec Toine Koerman, on l'a vu aux prises avec Léopold Fermen et notamment Félix De Decker aussi qui est devant. Et on avait aussi pas très loin Thibaut Wolfhard. Alors c'est parti ici pour la bagarre pour la deuxième position cette fois avec Arthur Matagne et It's Postumus, le pilote néerlandais. Arthur Matagne qui vient de signer le meilleur chrono, 59,047, le tour le plus rapide pour le premier des Belges. Et le troisième pilote de la catégorie KA100 qui a encore de belles ambitions affichées. Ça y est, il est passé Arthur Matagne, deuxième position. Et oui, il a peut-être un podium à aller chercher au final de ce championnat ce week-end. Et il sait qu'il doit pour cela briller dans ses manches qualificatives, tout comme en finale. Il est passé en deuxième position et devant, eh bien, Mick Blanquesport, lui, est en train de s'envoler. C'est déjà le cas depuis quelques poignées de secondes maintenant. Mick Blanquesport qui est bien parti pour aller s'imposer dans cette manche qualificative. Il a au pointage 2,5 secondes désormais sur Arthur Matagne.
And good to see Helena, one of Mick's relations. And he's just put in the fastest lap of the race, 58.408. The man from the Netherlands, 2.6 seconds is nearly the advantage over Arthur Matagne, who did a great move up the inside of It's Postumus not that long ago. So they've got to watch out, though, because even though Maurice Istas is in the 155 class, he is incredibly rapid, running on the Cosmic chassis. Dive to the inside, that was 7.48. Paul Hersat on Felix De Decker gets the job done. And right behind them is Timio Riefler, newcomer to this part of the series, this part of the Iame Series Benelux platform. But we've also seen Timio compete over the season in Junior X30. So has managed to, I'm sure that the Timio Riefler fan club, I know you're watching at the moment because he does have one, a big presence on social media. But Mick Blanquesport opens up the lead over Arthur Matagne to 2.7 seconds.
2 secondes 7 d'écart entre les deux leaders. Avant cela, on vous parlait notamment d'un nouveau venu dans cette compétition, Timio Riefler, qui est d'ailleurs en bagarre, en pleine bagarre là, avec Félix De Decker, il me semble. Très belle bagarre, alors qu'ici on a un dépassement à l'épingle du chemin de fer avec notamment Maurice Istas qui vient de se faire subtiliser la 4e position par Léopold Fermen, le pilote français.
Yeah, running on the Tony kart, so both running on, well, Cosmic being a sister brand, let's say. There's quite a few companies that have, as we all know, how karting has evolved over the years. And Maurice Istas still running with the, what was nicknamed in the United Kingdom, the hot dog Nassau panel, because you can fit it's like a bread roll, and you can stick a bright, you know, a nice new fresh hot dog in there, and then put your mustard, onions, cheese. You know, it's a running gag in the United Kingdom. But evolution on aerodynamics on Nassau panels have evolved to the point where we see in the major classes a lot of air vents, a lot of trickery with aerodynamics to try and get that extra kilometre an hour or two additional top speed, and also a little bit of handling prowess in the corners. 7.05, Emile Dwellings gets through on Thibaut Wolfhard at that point at Chemin de Fer. So again, we're seeing how competitive, and you've seen this a lot this year, that KA100 or KA100 as we know it, is a really ultra competitive series.
Mick Blanquesport qui vient de signer un nouveau meilleur chrono et il est dépassé dans cet exercice par Léopold Fermen, le pilote français. 57,625 pour le pilote français actuellement 4e. Et devant, et c'est toujours Mick Blanquesport devant Arthur Matagne et It's Postumus.
So 3 minutes 45 seconds plus an additional lap still to go. Mick Blanquesport leading, Arthur Matagne trying to close the gap. It's Postumus is losing time to the 710s. We've got to dive to the inside. Once again, that's Leopold Ferman, this time on It's Postumus, but Postumus holds ground and stays in third for the meantime overall. Maurice Istas still leads the 155 category, but Kiana Jolie Optov in the 145, the number 741 on the Falcon chassis, has moved up 7 places overall and is gaining time on the current 155. Championship leader as they cross the line to start lap number 8. Kiana Optoff now 6/10 behind the 753. Paul Hersan has got through on Twan Kurman in the 738. So Twan Kurman rounding out the top 2 in 155. Tommy Sommers down in the 790, down in 13th, rounds out the top 3 in the 155 classification, as Leopold Fermat again trying to put the Frighteners on its posthumous, but at the moment is not able to get through, but still has the fastest lap of the race in the pocket. Mick Blankenspor, however, with a 2.6 second advantage over Arthur Martagne with 2 minutes and 20 plus an additional lap to go, has gone purple in sector 2.
2 minutes 15 et 1 tour encore dans cette manche qualificative, avec le dépassement imminent de la part de Léopold Fermen qui passe à l'intérieur au premier virage. Voilà, c'est fait. Léopold Fermen qui se hisse dans le top 3 de cette manche qualificative devant It's Posthumus. Il démarrait depuis la 2e position, le pilote néerlandais. Et oh
no,
il est parti à la faute. Il a mordu sur la partie en herbe là. Et il est parti en tête à queue dans le virage numéro 3. On disait justement qu'il venait de perdre une position, le néerlandais. Quel dommage.
That just goes to show wet grass and slick tyres do not mix one iota, I'm afraid. And he had a really good run on Leopold Ferman when they came through into turn 2, was looking for seizing the opportunity. And unfortunately, one wrong move. He went a bit too wide, and it was the right rear wheel. It spun the chassis 360 degrees, and Posthumus is now out of this race. Or has he got going again? That's the big point. He tried to, but he walked away from the kart completely frustrated. He started dragging the kart back on his own without any marshalling assistance. So where is It's Posthumus? He's dropping down the order. I'm not sure if he's got going again, but that is a real shame for the 711. Was running on course for a potential 3rd or 4th place finish in the race.
Les dernières secondes dans cette manche qualificative avec pas mal de rebondissements, vous l'avez vu, avec certes un leadership hyper confortable pour Mick Blankenspor avec plus de 3 secondes d'avance sur son plus proche poursuivant, mais derrière ça s'est battu, et derrière Léopold Fermen que l'on a vu prendre l'avantage sur It's Posthumus il y a un tour maintenant, et bien on retrouve Kiana Optoff, la lady plutôt du classement, qui est pour l'instant 4e, alors que l'on a ici à l'image Timéo Riflar qui passe à l'intérieur ici pour le gain de la 5e position. Ouais, il a pris l'avantage sur Maurice Istas. Maurice Istas qui est engagé dans la catégorie KA100 155. Il est un peu plus lourd donc que les adversaires qui le précèdent. Mais Maurice Istas, avec ce résultat, est bien parti pour aller chercher un excellent résultat en vue du titre. Lui qui est en bagarre avec Twan Kurman. Donc ça, c'est le duel pour le titre dans la catégorie KA100 155 qui, on le rappelle, dispute ici son 3e rendez-vous de la saison, et on prendra l'ensemble des résultats, donc des 3 résultats des manches qualificatives et des 3 finales. Il n'y a pas de décompte dans cette catégorie, contrairement aux autres où l'on a 10 résultats sur la saison et on prend les 8 meilleurs. Voilà pour la précision.
It's the final lap. C'est la dernière tour for Mick Blankenspor from the Netherlands. He has been absolutely flying around the circuit here at Mariembourg. He goes through the fast 90 left at turn 4, down on the run to Chemin de Fer for the final time. He has a 3.25 second advantage over Arthur Martagne. Leopold Ferman in 3rd, who was battling away with It's Posthumus for that 3rd place until Posthumus hit the wet grass, spun the kart 360 degrees, managed to get the kart back out on track, but it's all the way down in 16th position. 16 karts still running, but it's up the hill for the final time. Mick Blankenspor with a comfortable, commanding victory here in KA100. And he crosses the line. What's the advantage going to be between him and Arthur Martagne? It will be nearly 3.5 seconds at the end of 12 laps. Mick Blankenspor does the business. he has put himself on the best foot forward for the second heats a little bit later on. Arthur Matagne takes second ahead of Leopold Ferman. Timio Rifla up 6 places from 10th, takes 4th. Kiana Jolie-Optov, the leading lady in this field, makes up 8 places to round out your top 5. But it's Mick Blancaspora that wins in 1:45. Morris is down in 6th, wins 1:55.
Nouvelle victoire cette saison pour Mick Blancasport qui s'impose avec une avance confortable et le meilleur tour en course, 57-609. Il a devancé Arthur Matagne et Léopold Fermen. Voilà pour le top 3. La 4e position revient finalement de justesse à Timio Rifler qui a terminé juste devant la lady du peloton, Kiana Jolie-Optov. Maurice Ista s'impose en cassant 155. 6e place du classement général pour le Belge. Il devance son compatriote Félix De Decker. Il devance également Paul Hersin et Toine Kurman, 2e en 155. Émile Duerings complète le top 10. Et derrière, eh bien, on a noté la 14e position, la 16e position pardon, de It's Posthumus, parti à la faute. Vous l'avez vu en direct. Voilà pour cette manche de la catégorie K100 avec pas mal de rebondissements. La suite, eh bien, ça passera par la catégorie X30 Master, X30 Senior Cup.
Coming up next, X30 Masters, Senior Cup and Gentlemen, Heat 1.